Hey, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Coach Nye. I am the founder of the Lead Her Movement Network, and I am also the founder of Trinity of Fitness Boot Camp. And so what I teach is on the Lead Her Movement, and I teach classes here on TikTok. I mean on YouTube. I just left TikTok, so I'm here on YouTube. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is awakening to yourself. So, welcome to the journey awakening to yourself. This is a self-love healing class, okay? This lesson is about learning how healing actually begins. Not with changing everything outside of you, but with becoming aware of what's happening inside of you. That's what that is about. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Why healing must begin with awareness, right? Awareness. Where is the light? Hold on. Let me turn the light on because it's a little dark in here. Why healing begins with awareness. Healing cannot start in denial. That's point blank, period. It cannot start in denial. Mm-mm. You have to acknowledge it, and because acknowledging it is giving it truth. That's what that means. So healing cannot start in denial. You cannot fix what you refuse to see. Awareness means noticing your thoughts without judging them, recognizing emotional patterns you keep repeating, being honest about what hurts. That's the number one thing, being honest about what's hurt, because a lot of us just don't know what hurts, right? What drains you and what you avoid. Seeing yourself clearly, not critically. When you become aware, you finally give yourself something powerful, and that's the truth. And truth is the starting point of change. That's what I need you to understand. So, the mind, body, soul connection. You are not separate parts. You are one system working together. One system working together. Your mind is your thoughts, belief, and mindset. Your body, how stress, trauma, and emotions show up physically. Your soul is your identity, purpose, and inner voice. When one area is ignored, the others fill it. For example, let's look at it. Stress in the mind can show up as fatigue in the body. Emotional pain can feel like physical tension. Disconnection from purpose can feel like emptiness or burnout. So, healing means bringing all three back into alignment, your spiritual, mental, and your physical. How self love transforms mental health. Self love is not just confidence. No, it's how you treat yourself when no one is watching. How do you see yourself when no one is watching? So, self love looks like speaking to yourself with respect instead of criticism, resting without guilt, setting boundaries without explanation, allowing yourself to be human while still growing. When self love increases, anxiety decreases, emotional regulation improves, and your mind becomes safer for you to live in. So, the introduction of the RPI, the Trinity of Leadership. So, this is the framework transformation. This is the RPI method, which is to acknowledge, release, practice, inner, explore, and empower. Acknowledge, be honest about what happened. Release, let go of what is serving you. Practice, build new habits and responses. Inner, explore, understand your deeper patterns and beliefs. Empower, step into ownership of your growth and identity. Okay? So, Trinity of leadership is mind leadership. That's how you think. Body leadership, how you care for and discipline yourself. That's what that is. Spiritual leadership is how you align with purpose and value. So together these tools help you not just heal but lead yourself well. That's what it does. So in order to heal, in order to awaken to yourself, you have to be in alignment spiritually, mentally, and physically. You have to give yourself permission to slow down, feel, and receive. You got to. Listen, you a lot of people tell you to do that, but you don't know how to do it. You know why you don't know how to do it? Because people tell you you got to ground. And the first thing that come to you when they say ground is, okay, I got to go outside with no shoes on and stand in the grass and super sand. No. Grounding is just getting back to the present state. Meaning all those worries and everything that you're worrying about tomorrow, next month, what happened yesterday, you have to detach from that and step into the right now. Right now. Step right now. Whatever it is that you feel right now, I want you to challenge each one of them. Each of everything. That thought of worry, why are you worried? Well, my bills are due next month. Okay, but what's happening right now? What's happening today, right now? Nothing. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm thinking, worrying. Okay, take the worry away. What are you doing? Okay, I'm sitting on the couch. Okay, what can you be doing if you're sitting on the couch? Well, I can just relax. You need to get in the present time. Don't worry and be anxious about what's due next month. Thank y'all for the likes. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I teach. Check out all my playlists and welcome in. So that's the thing. That's what grounding is getting you centered and aligned with the present self, your inner you. Everything is in the present. Right now, you are in present time. What are you feeling right now? If you take away everything else, the people that made you mad, you take away yesterday, you take away work, everything, and put yourself right now, what are you feeling? Take that anxiety away, because the anxiety and the frustration came from those problems, but you don't have those problems right now. What do you feel? I feel good. Then you tell that energy, you're not my energy. Somebody made you mad. You was having a good day. That ain't your energy. It's their energy. Somebody made you mad. Listen, you was having a great day. You just listened to, rocked out to Lil Boosie or whatever it was that you came to work in, or whatever, your gospel music, whatever you did, smoked out a little bit before you got to the office. You feeling good. You walked in the office and said, hey, team, because you feeling good. And the company man came in and ran and told the boss you was late. The boss said something crazy to you. Now you mad. Or as soon as you sat down, you was having a great time, and all of a sudden, guess what happened? You read that email in all caps. Now you angry. That's not your energy. The person that sent it to you, they just projected onto you. So you have to say, this is not my energy. You have to get that off you. That's not yours. You don't have to worry about return to center. It's going to go back where it needs to go. You just focus on, this ain't mine. I just felt good. I'm in here. I got my coffee. Your problems is not my problems. You stay in your energy. Always stay in your energy. Don't ever come out of your energy to address anyone. That all cap, that email all caps, that's their problem. It ain't yours. They upset you not. You're having a great day. You don't have to be nice, nasty, and say, hey, well, I hope your day get better. God bless. Look at you. Ain't nobody going to ruin my vibe. You don't have to do all that. You just stay in your energy. Because the best revenge that you can have is be the person that you say you are. If you say, I'm not going to let anybody kill my vibe, then be that person. Stay in your energy. Okay? So, healing is not rush work. You are not behind. You are becoming aware. In this space, you are allowed to slow down without guilt. This is the space you created. Feel emotions instead of suppressing them. Receive healing instead of always pushing through. Rest while still growing. You don't have to earn healing. No, you only have to allow it. Healing is what you allow. There is nothing major that you have to do to heal. Like, all you have to do is just wake up today and say, I want better. I know it's more out there. You just identified as truth that there is not a wholesome state with survival mode. This is just how it is. Oh, well, no, it's more. You identified that, so you broke it into two. Now, where are you? Here is truth. Here is survival. You know survival also well because you lived there your whole life, but you don't know truth, meaning your healed, wholesome state, your true, authentic you. You don't know that. So you have to get to know her by creating. You're already destined. This version of me was already here. This version of me was already existed. I just had to find out how to become. I always envisioned myself here at this vibration, but I didn't know how to get there. I didn't know it was as simple as, I'm already her. Okay, so let me become. Let me learn the lessons, everything that I'm going through, in order to be as confident as I am. As the example I use, Michael Jackson was always Michael Jackson. That version of him already existed. To be successful, he just had to believe that was him. He had to do the necessary steps to disconnect from the survival mode of, we're a team, we're the Jackson 5, we got to do this together. You can't go any higher. You too young. Nobody's going to like you. You too dark. Your nose too big, your hair, nobody's going to like you. He had to break away from all of that because his higher self was calling him, because it already existed. Your higher self is already calling you. That's why you feel like you are so done. You're tired. You feel like, it's more. I'm supposed to be doing more, because your higher self is calling you. It's like, hey, I'm here. Let's go. Let's go. But the inner child in you is keeping you from that because it fears. So thank y'all for the likes. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Come on in. So that's what I want you to understand. Who you are and who you're trying to be. Who you're trying to be, you're already that. Just go through the process of learning how to understanding that this is survival mode, this is a lie. This is not right. I don't have to live by that. That's not my values and morals. These are my you learn how to establish and learn your self-worth and become the person that God created you to be. Okay? So you don't have to earn the healing. You only have to allow it. Now, you can't heal what you pretend isn't hurting. Let's talk about that. Avoidance delays the healing. Honesty accelerates it. Awareness is the doorway to transformation. Nothing changes until you see it clearly first. Remember, you live it twice. You live it here, and then you live it in reality. But if you never take it from here, that's it. That's all it is. It's going to be a thought forever. When I joined the military, I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do for sure. In facts, I'm going to join. I'm scared. I don't know what's about to happen, whatever. And it's right around 9/11, right? So I'm like, I don't know. I joined 2001. No, 2000 I joined. No, it was 2001 I joined. Oh, God. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I don't know what's to come, but I know I don't want to be 40 years old saying that I wish I would have did it. I don't want to be that person. So I did it and became very good at it. I loved it, right? Because that version of me already existed. I just had to believe it existed. So your healing creates capacity for your present. Your healing creates the capacity for your present, your purpose. Your purpose is your job that God created. Purposes of God, how can you help others? Passion is of self, how can I help myself? So the job is your purpose, your gift, your purpose. So your healing, once you get into the wholesome state, it creates the room for you to be able to operate in your purpose. You realize that, wait, this 9 to 5 thing wasn't for me all this time? No, it wasn't, boo. God has something bigger for you. Okay, what's another one? You are not behind. You're beginning at the right time. Your timing is not wrong. Your awareness is just beginning. I need you to believe that. Don't get in healing and start trying to rush it. Don't rush healing. Do not rush healing because you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get anywhere. Think about that. You're rushing to heal, but you didn't learn the lesson. So all you did is just waste your time going through a process that did absolutely nothing for you. That's like getting your report card and just changing the grades. You change the grades, but you're still flunked. So let's do a mental exercise. We're going to do a mental, spiritual, and a physical exercise. So a mental exercise. Let's look at this. Identify one limiting belief you have about yourself. I want you to write that belief. I want you to challenge it. And then I want you to rewrite it. Write the belief. I'm not good enough. Who said you're not good enough? I'm challenging it now. Who said, to whose standards you're not good enough? Why do you feel you're not good enough? Who told you? Rewrite it. I am good enough. Or I'll just do more studying so I can become good enough. Whatever it is, it's not impossible that you can't do it. It is possible for me to do this. Tell yourself that. Believe that. Your body exercise. I want you to put your hand over your heart and I want you to breathe 4 seconds in. Hold it for 2 seconds. And slow for 6 seconds. Exhale. In your nose, out your mouth. Repeat that 5 times. And what you're doing is this is another technique to get you grounded. Everything don't have to be no shoes on your feet standing in the grass, right? Jesus even had sandals on. Come on now. Don't be so foolish about what everybody else is doing and what they're saying. Grounding is being present. It has nothing to do with all the extra things. Yeah, you can ground that way, but the whole point of it is to bring you back into alignment, your spiritual, your mental, and your physical, because your mental is in next month. Your spirit, the spirit in you is calling for, hey, regenerate energy, replenish energy, right? And your body is woe outside. So we need to get all of that into alignment. And this is one way. So whatever you're going through, you can bring yourself back to the present time. 4 seconds in, hold it for 2 seconds, 6 seconds out, 5 times. Let's look at a soul exercise. I want you to sit quietly and I want you to ask, what does my soul need most right now? And I want you to write whatever comes to mind. I don't want you to control your writing. I want you to write what comes to mind. I don't care how crazy it sounds. I want you to write what comes to mind. And I want you to go back and read it. I don't want you to go back and say, oh, well, maybe I should say it. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to write because that's your truth. That's your truth. When you go back and edit it, that is your inner child saying, hey, we got to cover that up. We can't be honest about that. Nobody's going to be the negative self-talk come. What does my soul need most right now? Allow your spirit to say what it is and just write it, child. Just write it. Just write it. Thank y'all for the likes. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead, subscribe, and check out my playlist, okay? So your daily declaration, I want you to repeat after me. I welcome healing, clarity, and love. I welcome healing, clarity, and love. Now, I'm going to give you your journaling prompts. And one thing I tell people about the journaling prompts is that book right there, that's my book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. Trinity Walk to Self-Love is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart website. That is my testimony. It's a journal, but it's my testimony, the steps and things that I went through to heal. So when I give you journaling prompts, I really want you to do the inner work within. And doing the inner work within will cause you to be able to share your testimony to help someone else. You just wrote a book. So your journaling prompt. Why am I choosing to heal now? Why am I choosing to heal now? And then what part of me is longing to be seen? That's to get you started. These are your journaling prompts. Why am I choosing to heal now? And what part of me is longing to be seen? Because your why and how it's going to happen is in those two questions. It may not mean anything right now, but it's going to mean something. Okay? Homework. I want you to make a list called 10 Reasons I Deserve to Heal. Make a list. And guess what? If you can't fill anything out today, then don't worry about it. You got all week. You got forever, baby. As long as you got breath in your body, you can put a reason. It don't have to be 10. It can be more. You could just do a running list. I deserve to heal. Every time somebody trigger you, I deserve to heal. Every time somebody call your phone and ask for some money, I deserve to heal because I'm tired of taking care of everybody else's bill. Every time somebody say, oh, and talk down on you, I deserve to heal because I deserve better than that. That's what you do. Okay? And then I ask you these two questions. What does healing personally mean to you? Now, these two questions that I'm going to ask, they're discussion questions, but I have the comments off. So with the discussion questions, you can actually create a journaling group, group text that you and your girlfriends can talk about, or homeboys can talk about, change up the conversation and topics. I call it tabletop talk, T-O-P, tabletop talk, where you can go in and you can change the conversation, because as you heal, you don't throw your old friends away. You don't throw people away. You don't go isolate and cut everybody off. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in cutting people off. You're healing. When you cut people off, you're storing up your gifts. What you can do is disconnect, meaning that you're still present. You're just disconnected from the nonsense and the energy that they have going on. Okay? So the first one is, what does healing personally mean to you? And then what part of yourself have you ignored the longest? What part of yourself have you ignored the longest? Okay? Those are your the discussion questions for this session. You can use this tabletop talk or however. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I teach over here and I teach over on all my platforms, Twitch, everywhere. I teach, but I teach different topics on different platforms. So I decided this is the one I teach here, but I'm going to take it and cross it over on TikTok because I want to share with people of everything that I teach. So if you are up and running in the mornings, I do the morning Lead Her Movement morning network morning show over on TikTok. My TikTok is Chat with Coach Nye, and you can join me there. Follow me there, Chat with Coach Nye. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, subscribe. All right, ladies, so you can join the Lead Her Movement network, leadhermovement.mn.co. If I have men on my live, you can give it to your daughters and your wife, and they can subscribe, because that's just an environment where women are coming together to learn about sisterhood. That is what I'm building over there. So it's leadhermovement.mn.co. If you want to get homework emailed to you, because I put homework out every week, I put homework out. It is tofbootcamp.com, tofbootcamp.com. Also, if you want to book a personal with me or whatever it is, a one-on-one coaching session or personal training, you can book me as well on tofbootcamp.com. Get on the email subscriber list now. Email you your homework. If not, you can catch me on TikTok, and that's where I post them at. And sometimes I bring them here on YouTube, but sometimes YouTube just don't like my videos and they just won't put it out there, so you'll never get to see them. So you guys, listen, wherever I am, just check my link, and wherever I am, you're going to get homework. Just know that my group me is Chat with Coach Nye, and oh, my podcast, I do a daily reflection with Coach Nye. Every morning, you're going to get a daily reflection. And what that is to help you set your intentions, give you something to focus on. Everything I do is for you to do the inner work, trigger you into seeing things about yourself so you can start fixing it. That's all I do, okay? So once again, I'm Coach Nye. I'm the coach that's going to save the world by teaching you how to heal. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, share it out, and join the network, the Lead Her Movement Network. Coach Nye out.